Why this is happening, I really do not know. I just fired up. What is it? The Elgato software instead of OBS, and it still doesn't have sound on that. So it's something with the PlayStation 3 itself that is causing the problems. I will work on fixing that later. I'm not going to worry about it now. Like I said, my priority is to get the Xbox 360 hooked up, and so we can play that version, the ultra-violent version, I'll call it. Here we go. Dropped it down 720p for a display window. Puts on less strain, but yeah, it's so weird. I have no idea why this is happening and why it's just not outputting. Okay, so I will let this go here, and I'm going to work on getting the Xbox 360 hooked up. So you'll hear me kind of grumble around. We'll play some music as well to keep everybody entertained. Let's do a goodie. I know. How about we do some Wave Race music? I love Wave Race. Alright, so Dolphin Park it will be. Okay, so now I need to switch over the HDMI connection, so the screen's gonna go black for a second. All right. Making progress. All right. All right, all doing good. So let me get this title updated. Ninja Gaiden 2. All right, here we go. Hold on to our butts here and hope that it is working correctly. No more weird sound issues, or I'm just gonna have to give up for tonight, and I really, really don't want to. All right, we got sound. Finally, holy crap. Yeah, so I have no idea what in the world is causing that. If it's even other games too, it's really bizarre, but the HDCP on the PlayStation 3 has always been super wonky. So I don't know what's getting onto it. I'll have to investigate it later. We'll worry about that at another time. So in this version, the game is kind of funny because I can get like so far, and then I have a problem. Like there's one boss like in level 4, I think it is. It's like a big tunnel electrified thing. It's like at the Statue of Liberty, and it gives me like the worst trouble in the world. And I've had like people who can beat this game like with it, like in their sleep, just about like trying to coach me through it. It just like it's been a disaster. So hopefully I can get past that part tonight if it comes to it. But yes, this game is hyper violent. If you are sensitive to such things, you may not want to tune into the stream tonight. And if that's the case, I completely understand. I do not fault you for it. Sometimes games like this are not everybody's cup of tea. Yeah, we'll do... Okay, so this is like easy, and this is hard. Easy or normal, I guess. We'll do easy. I'm a wimp. You completed the game at this difficulty. You can now begin a game with the weapons and info you have gathered. Your weapon and info will be reduced to their lowest power level. Upload your score. No. So I've beaten the game before, but that was previously Aqua Capital. Okay, so I made it there. Weird. So I bought an Xbox 360 after not having one for about 4.5 years or so because it broke, and I got pissed off at Microsoft because it was like the third one I had to replace. So this is a brand new hard drive and stuff. This is like the last model of the 360 they made, but every once in a while, like because that old hard drive is gone, it got screwed up. It still tries to detect old stuff that wasn't there. So I'm not sure exactly why it's doing that, because like I picked new game and it's like, hey, you're about to lose all your weapons. So it's kind of weird. New game with your existing equipment. We'll just say, yeah, I'll see what happens. We'll do Legendary Black Falcon. So I beat this game when it came out like years ago, and then I switched over to Sigma 2 when that came out. Bought that because it was like the updated port. You have new levels that were not in this version of the game. As I mentioned, it was rebalanced, so I jumped on that. But the thing that really irked me, and still irks me to this day, is that the PlayStation 3 version is censored. It didn't need to be because it's mature rated. But yeah, so I would love to have a rebalanced version of this game like Sigma, because there's good things from the 360 version that didn't make it over to Sigma and vice versa. So if you can take like the best of those two worlds, combine them together into a new release for like the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, I would be all over it. I know others too of the series would love it as well. Alright, so Let me know if I need to readjust the audio or anything, if it's going to be too loud or too quiet. Please, please let me know. I am more than happy to adjust my audio settings to make it sound decent.
So, let me get this straight.
Let me see here.
You don't have a clue where I can find Ryu Hayabusa?
No one knows where a ninja goes. If he isn't at the Hayabusa village, he could be halfway around the world.
Wait, wasn't the Hayabusa village completely wiped out? Yes, I'm senile.
I do.
And what might that be?
All I'll say is that it concerns the Archfiend.
The Archfiend!
The
Doom! Wow, good thing I'm the health inspector. I think she's got like dual Desert Eagles. Yeah. Those are like 50 cals, and I've shot one. I've owned one. They kick you like a mule. They're fun as hell, they're expensive to shoot, but they kick like nobody's business. So yes, to answer any questions on the PlayStation 3 version, that's just like puff of purple that comes out of them. If you played like Ninja Gaiden Black or Ninja Gaiden for the original Xbox, that game was focused kind of like more on exploration and like world building, and this game is just nothing but like non-stop fights. It throws you right into like a 6 or 7 man fight for the first level.
We have no woman. I expected more, Ryu Hayabusa.
Like right now you're fighting against like 8 people at once just about, if I remember correctly. It's like 6 or 8. Yeah. You also have obliteration techniques, counters. So if you remove a limb, you can hit Y and you'll do like a finishing move. But of course also like enemies like this who are missing a limb become far more dangerous. They become desperate, they can blow themselves up, so you gotta be careful. So as you can see, it's quite bloody, devastated right here. The reason also why you have all these body parts is that this game serves as, like, the body parts basically serve as a marker of where you've been. At certain points, like especially when you get to like the Venice level, I call it, or the City of Canals, whatever they call it in the game, you can like, get kind of backtracked, turned around the wrong direction. So you'll be running for a while, and all of a sudden you'll come across like a blood-soaked scene like this, and there's body parts everywhere, and you know, oh, I've been here. Turn around, go back. I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, so like Ninja Gaiden Black is focused more on exploration and world building and fights, and this one is just basically like non-stop fighting. Okay. You also automatically heal every single fight when the fight is over, but if you take too much damage, you'll start getting what's called red damage, and you won't heal back completely until you go to a statue, and then you heal all the way. I don't know if Furry Pursuer is still streaming this game or not, but he plays Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, and like seriously, that guy is amazing. If you ever watch him play the game, he plays on Master Ninja.
They were minions of the
and
Black
just
Spider
he
Clan.
can hold full conversations in his not in like his second language without dropping a beat. He's amazing. So
Who was the
Furry
woman?
Pursuer.
You don't know her? Neither do I. You couldn't save her?
Wow, you
She
suck
was
as a
looking for
ninja.
you. She said it was about the Archfiend.
I'm the Yoda of this series, am I? So, okay, so Ninja Gaiden 1 or Ninja Gaiden Black, you die in the beginning of the game. It's not a spoiler. It's like in the first level. First, second level it happens. And you spend the rest of the game technically as a zombie avenging your fallen clan. And then at the end of the game you go as a spirit up to heaven because they don't care you've just murdered like literally 4,000 people. It's never addressed while you're alive and why you're not a zombie spirit in the rest of the games. In 2 or 3, God forbid 3, it's never explained why you're still alive again. It's just like you're there. Oh, cool. Okay, so it saved all of my weapons. Interesting, even though it says I haven't beaten the game, so I have everything. The scythe is one of my favorite weapons, but the Tonfa's rock as well. So let's see, what else do I have? Incendiary shurikens. Bow already. Gatling spear, that's only good for water. Items, scrolls. Got all the infernos. Interesting, they're all level 1s though. Okay, so infernos is the best one that you kind of use for now, but yeah, that's funny. I did not know. Okay, because it was weird. Like I said, it's like I beat this game on my old hard drive. So it's kind of weird that it's just like all of a sudden like, yeah, you've beaten it before, here you go, here's all your weapons and stuff. It's like, that was an old system I had. So we'll mess around with the weapons and have some fun with it tonight. That's why you gotta be careful of guys who've lost limbs. So weird. I'll take it though. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. Oh, come on, game. Be cool. This is easy, by the way. Still trying to get my bearings. Okay, too far back. Alright, so Ninja Gaiden Black, you were constantly also in your menus, like in order to switch weapons and stuff. So in this game, they made it so all you have to do is hit up. You can bring up a menu, and you can quick swap. It still pauses the game, but the scythe I absolutely friggin' love. It's a beast. I'm also trying to get used to this controller. This is the wireless Xbox 360 controller that came with the system. It's super sensitive and hardly used, so I'm like barely touching it. It's moving forward. Yeah, I love the scythe. It's one of my favorite weapons in the entire game. Any game that has a scythe, I'm a sucker for it. And I've also heard that the Devil May Cry demos actually dropped. There was one for the Xbox One that came out like last month and that was exclusive to it, but there's a new one I think also. I'm not sure if it's for the PlayStation 4 as well. But I'll be checking that out later because I just found out about it just as I started stream tonight. Alright, so you have a block button, and if you hit a button like X or Y, if you time it just right, you can do a counter move. Which is good to get people off of you, but if you mistime it in this game, like in the original Ninja Gaiden Black, it was like super easy to pull off. You just stand like this, just hit, like move your thumb back and forth between the two buttons, and you pull it off. Now, if you miss it like that, you're wide open for an attack, so you have to be careful. Let's see. So it's this Dragon Sword. Surigama, I really don't use much. No, this is the Vigorian Flail. My bad. This is like spiked nunchucks. Interesting. It's not showing me all the weapons there. This is so bizarre. It's got something weird has happened to the save file. Yeah, so Surigama, it's more of a like clear everybody out of the way type deal. I'll show it off here. Like I said, I'm just kind of having fun with it tonight anyway, so. Oh, landed right on that one. Yeah, so I've never really been a fan of this one at all. This weapon, not this game. I love this game. It's very challenging, but I mean, if you're looking for a straightforward action game that will test you, this game will do it. If you like Ninja Gaiden Black, definitely pick this game up. But the Surigama, I'm not really a fan of. Falcon's Talons are fine. Lunar Staff is alright too, especially when you get to level 3. Vigorian Flails were awesome in the first game. Let's go back to Tonfas. I've heard that the Tonfas are really, really good. I just never really got the hang of it. There's like, pretty much like when I got like the scythe, I stuck with that. There we go. I wonder if I had the Vigorian drop, or not the Vigorian drop, the Asuna drop yet. Alright, Ryu, he's dead. Maybe not that guy. Now he's dead. Alright. Good job. Yeah, so also I've been comparing this against like Ninja Gaiden Black. There's also another game called Ninja Gaiden 3. Not that good of a game. The vanilla version of like Ninja Gaiden 3 was just god-awful. And it was like stupidly easy, it was repetitive, it just was not fun. And it's because Itagaki, the guy who made this game in Ninja Gaiden Black, left the company, left Tecmo. So it really, really showed, unfortunately. And then they came out with a rebalanced version of the game, like improved version, called Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. That version, I mean, the Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla didn't have limb dismemberment at all. It was like really weird. You'd have these bizarre bone on techniques, like sword on bone they called it. So your sword would hit somebody randomly, and you'd have to hit Y again in order to kill them. So it just became like zap, okay, do it again, and just like it slowed the action down. Then they tried to make Ryu Hayabusa, like your main character, Ryu Hayabusa, not Ryu Hayabusa, like more human. So you'd have bad guys begging for their life, like, oh, I don't want to die, you know, and you like just have to go and cut them down to. And then you feel remorseful, but you've never been remorseful because you're just a killer. You don't care about them. You're getting paid. You're a mercenary, pretty much. You're a ninja. So those elements got taken out. There was only... The Dragon Sword was the only weapon you had in the entire game. Then they made it so you could have the Scythe and the Talon's Claws, which are like Wolverine claws. They put those in the game. It was still terrible. So 3 Razor's Edge, they brought back Dismemberment. They got rid of the whole having remorse of being a killer thing. That got taken out. You have more weapons in that game. It's, if you have to play Ninja Gaiden 3, play Razor's Edge. It's the better version of it. Alright, let's try a different weapon. We'll do the dual swords. Also in Sigma, they pulled back the camera a little bit more, so the camera is a little bit better in Sigma. Not by a whole lot. That's the biggest problem in this game, really, among the difficulty as well, is that the camera gets in the way too often. It's too close and not the best. Alright, let's do some savey saves. This weapon seems to be doing pretty decently. Yeah, so like that's where you get a problem with the camera. And let's see what other weapon have I not used yet. We'll go with Vigorian flails. I love these flails. I said Ninja Gaiden Black. These were an amazing weapon. But you know, they're still amazing in this game. Woo! You may notice screen tearing. That's just how the game is, unfortunately. It seemed like it was worse in the PlayStation 3 version. They didn't put VSync on it, so... And this does not hold a constant 60 frames per second, so... that's the reason why it's pretty much like that. That's why you have screen tearing, because it's like an uncapped frame rate to make sure it tries to hit 60 more consistently, at least. From at least my understanding from what I've been able to figure out. I could be completely wrong on it, which is not unusual, but if anyone is lurking, you're more than welcome to lurk, but if you know, let me know, it's all good. Or if you want to lurk, lurking is also welcome to my channel. Hey, when you go to a stream, they're like, you have to talk, nobody's allowed to lurk. It's like, screw that, man, you can lurk all you want, I don't care. If you're watching and you're having a good time, you're just relaxing or tuning out, whatever, that's good too. Like I lurk a lot of streams. Let's go overkill on this guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Okay, so maybe it's a level 2. Because the Ninja Gaiden Black, you had this move, you do attack twice and then you hit forward like on the third one like this. And it would like just do this like super rapid fire, like best way to describe it is kind of like a blender. It's like basically you're doing like passes over your arm constantly. Flowing waves. Maybe it's a level 2, I don't know, but either way, this one seems to be working really good. We'll stick with that. I think down here, I can't remember if there's anything, what exactly is down here? There's a chest, I think this is just like healing items, yeah. And then you get another fight, and I can't remember... Yellow orbs is called essence. It's basically the currency for this game. Like I said, I may be describing things. I don't know if you've played this game before or not, but I usually like to... Whoa, frame drop city. I usually like to kind of explain what's going on in the game, so if somebody's never played it before, they can kind of get an understanding of what exactly is happening. So those kind of like yellow orbs are flying around. That's called essence in this game. It's your currency for this world, for this game. The more of it you have, the more upgrades and items you can buy. Sigma, the PlayStation 3 port of this game, basically they lowered down the amount of money required to buy items, so they made it a little bit easier to obtain, thankfully. The 360 version I'm playing right now is everything's a lot higher priced. Blue ones will heal you. If you collect 2 essences, like yellow, like if you hold down your attack and like you'll charge it up, basically you can do a stronger one like you've seen me doing, like we're just go berserk, go full ninja on people. Yeah, so if you see, like, that's a level 1. That's like the lesser one. If you hold it down again, like even longer. Yeah, so that's a good example. So if you hold, so it's a level 1, and you hold it down longer, you get 2. You can let go and you do the even stronger version. If you absorb 1 essence, you can fire up your attack faster. If you absorb 2, you can go to your ultimate even faster. Blues and reds. Blue is health, so you can either choose to do an instant ultimate technique, like where you can kill a lot of people, or you can absorb it and get your life back. It's up to you. It's a risk-reward type situation. Red are for Nimpo, which I have not used yet, which are ninja, like, clearing spells. Basically, it'll wipe out a lot of people. And, those will also give you, like, instant full attack as well if you decide to use it versus absorbing it. Alright, so everyone's dead there. Continue onward. Just run into another attack. Like I said, it's like I followed people and watched people play this game, just makes it look amazing. Like, I am envious of their skills. Like, wow, how did you get to be that great at this game? I was originally at one point going to be, I know I keep saying I apologize, but at one time I was going to run speedrun Ninja Gaiden Black, and just the RNG in that game has frustrated me to no end, so I kind of gave up on it. I like to play it casually, but I will not speedrun that game. And then, like I said, German friend, Free Pursuer. If you can catch him streaming, he lives in Germany, so he does speak, he's fluent in English. So if you drop by one of his streams, he tends to stream if you're in the United States like around like 4 o'clock in the morning. But if you can catch one of his streams when he plays this game, he's very friendly. If you want to know anything about this game, he will take the time to tell you and show you. It's amazing. He is an awesome guy. Unfortunately, I have not seen him stream in like 3 months. I don't know if it's just for me having a different time schedule being in the United States or what. Let's see. What other weapon can we use? Let's do the Clip Scythe for right now. So I'm going to be going into a huge attack here. Magicians, you suck. This is where you normally get the bow staff, the lunar staff as they call it. I already have it. Be right here, but like I said, I already have it in my inventory, so I'm all good. Also, Ninja Gaiden Sigma, they added more boss fights. Like right here, you'd actually fight against a live giant Buddha statue. And be more people. That's why I was used to that version, because I'm like, okay, I'm about to get attacked again by a whole bunch of people, and nope, wrong version. obliteration technique. This game also has a bad habit of telling you things like obliteration technique. If you press Y next to somebody when they've lost a limb, you'll finish them off in dramatic fashion and get higher points. It's like you've already done it like 30 or 40 times by that point of the game. Do they really need to tell you? Like this. It's like you should have already been doing it all along, really. Also, have to get used to the camera angles. Like I said, the camera is a little wonky, especially in combat, but you get used to like certain things, like when you play Bayonetta 2, like just moving the camera around, and it doesn't really work too well in this game. Maybe I can adjust that. Okay, camera speed. Yeah, I can move a little faster. Not first person, that's when you aim the bow. Let's do this a little more. Still kind of slow. Let's try it again. I said, wow, this controller is super sensitive. I've been using a wired controller for the PC. I tried to originally buy a dongle so I could use this wireless one on my computer. And the eBay seller refunded my money. He's like, sorry, I sold too many and I actually was out of inventory when you tried to buy one. That's better. So I did not get a dongle, so I cannot use my wireless controller on the PC yet. But I've been using a wired one that I have for like 5 years, and that thing is just beat down. It is like, it is time for it to be replaced. Stop running! Okay, so this is Muramasa's shop. This is where you can do upgrades. Sigma, they also gave it so you can do... and basically, in this version, I'll just explain when I go into the shop. You can do one upgrade of your weapons per level at the blacksmith. You have to decide which one it is, unfortunately. So, while I do love the scythe, I am probably going to upgrade the dragon sword. It'd probably be best to do, because it is pretty good against a lot of bosses. But in Sigma, you can actually go through and upgrade as many weapons as you want, and you actually have stations that are just for the blacksmithing levels, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we'll do that. The Dragon Sword is really good against the boss for this level, so we definitely want that upgraded. Yeah, so I would just, like I said, I'm usually against remasters like that, especially like if it's like been like new. I mean, like if, for example, Devil May Cry, the one that everyone craps on that they didn't really play it. They just like, oh, Dante's not right, I don't like it, and they didn't play the game, and it's a really good game. You should play it. It's a lot of fun. Just know that people are like, oh, he's a jerk in the beginning. Yes, but he has a character growth and he's completely different by the end. Play the game. It's amazing. Game came out on PC, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. And then they re-released it on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One with 60 frames per second, which was pretty much the PC version is what it was all along. So that was the only difference, was a frame rate difference. That was it. Things like that I'm against. But if you do a full remaster, like Resident Evil 2 that just came out, that game is amazing. I mean, that is, like, people complain, like, oh, you're giving, like, spoilers, you know, you can't complain spoilers for, like, a 20-year-old game. This game is completely different. It is, like, nothing like the PlayStation version. Things have been moved around, story's been changed, completely different scenarios. Play of the game, it's amazing. But you know, things like that are I'm fine with, like remastering. When you change the game like that, really improve it, that's okay in my book. This game, I would change my stance. Like if they just came out 60 frames per second again, 1080p, fine. You know, for the PlayStation 4, I would buy this game again. If they took the good parts from Sigma and this game and combined them together into like the ultimate version of the game, I would be all over it. Pardon me, I would absolutely love it. That would be like the one time I'd break my rule about remasters. Let's wait at the top of this for a little bit. Once again, you've already done wall running, so kind of useless to tell you all about it. Can't remember if there's anything down here or not, like a hidden chest. No, absolutely not. Alright, cool. I just ran the wrong way for no reason. So you do come across kind of like an ambush of sorts here. You can just run right past them. You don't have to stop and fight. Unless you want the money, and I want the money for more upgrades. Yay, money! How much money did that get me? Not a lot! Alright, let's see, I think... No, the boss fight's not yet. I'm literally going to run off of one building and jump onto another, because ninjas can fly in this game, because why not? I could just walk up to the building I need to go to, but I will climb the opposite side of the tower and nosedive into the other one. Why? Because it's cool looking. You know the day, that's why you become a ninja. Like I said, I could have just gone up that tower, but nope, this is the cooler way to do it. Now, if you're playing the game, normally you don't have like these up, you don't have all the weapons from the game already. The bow staff is a good pick for this part because while it is slower, these guys do tend to flock close, like it's very narrow hallways. I'll just pull it out and show it. Yeah, so basically in this part of the game, this is where the staff does really well. Covers a lot of area, and this is the other weapon I have not shown off yet, what I call the Wolverine Claws. You're fast, you're agile, really good for very close-in fighting. Okay, I've lost control for a second. You know, the ultimate technique, flames. Yeah. Oh no! Get off me, dude! Boom, that hurts. Yeah. Oh, this game's like, use block, you idiot. Thanks, game. Yeah, we haven't used these yet. Gymkhana! Alright. Away with mushroom, okay. Those basically will like refill your key meters, like your oh gosh, Nimpo, your special ultimate attacks, which I still have not used yet. Game, come on. It's like I'm trying to do like an on landing. There we go. And it's focused on the plant for some reason. That's another thing that can happen in this game is it gets confused with the targeting. Yeah, so level 1 of these are not that good. That's unfortunately the way it goes for most of this game. Like a lot of the level 1 weapons just are not that great until you get an upgrade, and then they become really good. Alright, let's switch off a weapon that's not going to get me killed. There we go. Yeah, like the level 1 claws are just terrible. Unfortunately, except for like the dragon sword and the scythe that I'm using right now, all the level 1 weapons just are not that great. And when you get to level 2, that's when things just like, level 2 for your weapons, that's when things just really, really start to open up. Now this is the locked door, I think. Yeah. ID card and a chest you can't see around the corner. You can't open doors normally, you gotta kick them open. It is the ninja way. Okay, I need you to wall run. There we go. Oh. 10,000. This is blacksmith. 20,000. Ooh. Alright, let's upgrade the scythe. Like I said, I'm using the scythe a lot. It's my favorite weapon, hands down. Now, in this game, it changes its appearance, and you can actually see its appearance as well. It does change, like, physically, which is awesome. I hate it when you get, like, a new game, like a new weapon model in a game, and it just looks exactly the same. Like, hey, it's an upgraded one, and you see this cool picture, and then you get into the game world, it's exactly the same one you've been using all along. This game shows you the differences and all the modifications. Upgrading your weapons makes it very much more powerful, but it also opens up a lot more combo potentials. Like, it sounds like, if you look right now, it says Death's Gate around the middle, to the right, level 2. That's now available because I have the level 2 weapon. They go to 3 to maximum. Death's Gate is that, X is... Ooh, Death Chariot, that's the one I like. Yeah, that's a really good clear him out move. Okay, so now I'm going to fight a boss. I have the wrong weapon equipped.
You shall not pass.
Oh, Gandorf did it better. Gandalf, I mean, Gandorf.
I am Shadow Ninja Rasetsu, and you will not be there alive.
That's why the Dragon Sword is good for this fight. If you can land a fully charged ultimate technique,
You're coming with us.
it puts him in a stun state, so he needs to run up, hit Y, and it instantly kills him. That fight just goes by so fast. If you remember to put the right weapon up when you start, which I did not.
You can have her, Ryu Hayabusa. She's just a tool of the CIA. You bought us the time.
Like, how can you hear her next to those rotors? It's like Metal Gear Solid 5 when you're just having casual conversations right underneath a Black Hawk helicopter. Helicopters are loud.
Ryu.
I grew up around Black Hawks. They're very loud.
So, what does the CIA want with me?
We have a serious problem. The Fiends are trying to resurrect the Archfiend. We can't let that happen.
I see the agency's broadened its horizons.
Ryu, they're heading for the Hayabusa village. They're after the demon statue. Your clan is in danger.
I don't care. They're dead. Or me. Alright. Master Ninja. So you do go back to your old village in this game, which is weird because it's still kind of burnt down, but the layout's changed from where it was in Ninja Gaiden Black. Ninja Gaiden Black is like a very small village, and in this game they expanded to be a lot bigger.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, I have the feeling that you're going to fight my son 5 times in this
How
game.
the vaunted dragon ninja bloodline has withered, Joe Hayabusa.
Your embrace of the evil way has consumed you.
Evil. The ninja way knows neither good nor evil.
Corruption of the soul is a fate that befalls the weak.
Enough talk. The ties that bind our clans are severed tonight. Bloodstains of my blade.
So that's your dad, not Genshin, the guy in the white. He's basically the original, like the original NES Ninja Gaidens. That's him. You are his son in the series, in these reboot series. All right, let's go back to flails. Those were fun. To our gates. Cemetery for this first game. There used to be a shortcut right here. Let me reverse the cameras. Horizontal and forward. There we go. So they basically expanded the level here for this game. It's a lot bigger than it was in the original Xbox. It's really weird because your entire ninja clan's wiped out, including you, in the Xbox version. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, and then Ninja Gaiden 3, like, it's a full, like, 300 people population village. It's really weird. And none of it's ever explained how that happened. Game also has ninja dogs, and those are like the worst things ever. I hate those ninja dogs so much. They can get you trapped into like this hit cycle that's like very hard to break out of. I've actually been killed by them before because like you get hit and then the stun recovery takes you a while, and then as soon as you come out of it you don't have time to even block. You can hold down the block button, it won't even trigger, and you'll get hit again. So you can actually get comboed to death by these stupid dogs. Which are... Wait, that's a PlayStation 3 thing. Never mind. Yeah, so the dogs were added into the PlayStation 3. Those things were terrible. I managed to counter you for once. Wait a minute. Let's give me a prompt. Salmon. Oh, okay. Counterattack. Like I said, these are things you should already know by playing the game. And why they're telling you now at this point is beyond me. And if you're a fan of playing as Ayane and Rachel, unfortunately they are not in this version of the game. They are only in the PlayStation 3 version. So once again, my dream version of this game would have everything intact, all the violence, everything. Those extra levels, the rebalance, you have infinite ammo, like for bows, you can shoot in the air, less enemies, things like that I would love. Those extra levels are a lot of fun to play. Let's see, saving. There we go. Who dares message me? Alright, so it's my mom sent me a huge text message here. It's about my uncle who was in the hospital waiting to get a bypass operation they keep putting off over and over. It's like, you know, if you need an operation, you should probably get it. You should probably do it for them. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now my aunt's in the hospital for headaches. Look, it could be TMJ. It's like, has anyone x-rayed her mouth to see if she's still got her wisdom teeth, something stupid? Alright, so by killing all those people, you get the Rada trials. Gets you access to the Tests of Valor. These are pretty hard usually. Basically, they drop you in an arena, you got a lot of fights, and then you'll... I could be confusing this with Ninja Gaiden 3, and then you fight... Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 3 is what I'm confusing it with. But yeah, these are still not easy to do, though. They drop you in an arena, you gotta fight a lot of people. And in order to get past them and get, like, upgrades. But unfortunately, if you die, then you, like, lose all that money you tried to get. So it is risk-reward, like everything else in this game. Yeah, that move is so great. That's another level 2 technique. Really good, especially against bosses, too. Okay. Only 6,000 money? Boo. Okay, so that's just like more items and... Dead. Really, I want to upgrade Scythe again, or maybe even Tonfas. Yeah, pretty soon you're going to be coming against like archers inside the windows, and they're just going to be taking nothing but pot shots against you. So let's see if I can get that equipped. Oh yes, that's another thing you can do in this game. You can charge up your bow. So it's like you can do ultimate attacks with your bow and arrow. And literally cause people to explode. Which is amazing. Mill Shuriken. Trying to get somebody up there. Fuma Shuriken. This controller is so funky, like, I don't even have my thumb on the stick right now. I'll have to work on trying to see if I can fix that up. Mostly the ninja, like, notebooks you're picking up are ninjas just whining, like, if I had this technique, I could be cool. Why can't I be cool as, like, other people? Oh, yeah. It's like, dude, shut up. No one cares. Or do they care and just are quieter about it? This is also where you normally get the bow as well. I said I already have it though, so... Just double check. Oh, I can't shoot in the air. Okay, cool. I thought that that was something you could not do in this version of the game. I am mistaken. Okay, why is it targeting no one? Like, I want to, like, take out some of the ninjas so I can get the charge ultimate technique. There we go, almost missed it. You have a limited time before, like, he comes out of that stun state, you can do the one-hit kill, like, because if you don't, then he gets up and you have to keep fighting him. It takes a little longer to fight. Alright, so that's good. Okay. Nails back here? No. Targeting, come on. He's gonna drop. What am I sitting on? 17,000. Perfect. For me. I just need another Muramasa statue, which won't appear. Okay. So if now this is the door. Okay, I just have to cut through it. Weird. get that attack off. Thank you. Okay, take this bad boy. Really, game? Decided to eat the input. Okay. Kind of funky. Usually this game does not eat inputs, so that's kind of like one of the first time I've ever seen it really happen, really. I mean, you'll get in some pretty weird situations, some pretty cheap stuff, but usually, like, drop controls are not an issue in this game. Unless things start, like, you're super slowing down, like, because the frame rate, gameplay is tied into frame rate in this game. It's rather unfortunate. I hate when they do that. Aiming at something up there. So I'm not sure why it keeps aiming me up to that point. Forgotten where I need to go now. Alright. Supposed to get the dragon's mouth to open up. And I think on Sigma they simplified it even more, so it's like... Ah, here it is, okay. It was right in front of me the entire time, was not paying attention. Switch over the shurikens. Don't know how that thing didn't hit me. I don't know, but I will take it. Usually they pop out and attack, so kind of weird that you didn't do it, but so I'm not gonna complain. Gift horse in the mouth, the whole situation, things of that nature. So I think I can go down here. Could be mistaken. But there's a way to get back to like one of the Muramasa shops. I guess I am wrong about that. So, like, yeah, I would make that backtrack. here. I don't think I've ever been over here before. Yeah, okay, cool. So this is kind of where I want to be. This is like the hole where you drop down to get into that section. Looks like I'm blocked off. Okay. So I was thinking, like, I'd probably upgrade the flails. Oops, come on, controller. That was just my controller, because it keeps running. Like, right now, my thumb's not on the stick at all. I was thinking I'd probably upgrade my flails next, would probably be the best option. Just because you gotta fight with Genshin coming up, and he has a pain in the butt. I was missing his head for a second. I'm like, wow, that's a cool glitch. Probably increase my maximum health. Yes, please. It's usually not a lot, but I will take it. Every little thing helps in this game. Okay, cool. Murder Monster Shell. Oh, like I said, I really wanted to upgrade the size, but... let's go with the Tonfas. No, I can do both of them. Sweet. Never mind. Alright. Yeah, this is the move I was looking for earlier, so it's a level 2 move. You do 2 attacks in forward, like any direction, and the third one, and you just keep pressing it again, you just go like this massive blunder. And that works amazingly well. Okay, upgrade Tonfas. I heard from my friend Furry Pursuer that these are really good against Genshin too. For me. So we will try them out. I expect to get my butt kicked. So Genshin is no joke. Okay. What other techniques we got? Flower Garland Drop. I heard this was really good. Yeah. There's also another move I remember that Furry had told me about that basically like scoops people up. Like for just about like an instant kill. It's crazy. Like you do like one hit, jump them off the feet, and just slam on the ground, they just explode into pieces. And I don't know, it's probably a level 3. Ooh, Ooh, I get a 360. I think I saw that right. It was a 360 spin. Yeah, cool. Okay, so I do have a not what I wanted to do. 360 get me off me, get off me move. Not get me off move. Get off me move. I was thinking like, I forgot to save. And I keep hitting that stupid button and wasting arrows. Yeah, let's go back up. And projectile weapons. Shurikens. Yep, they did. Alright. Life of the Gods. You get 9 of these. I believe it's 9. It increases your overall health. And let's see what's a good impo. I think Piercing Void is a good one to use against Genshin. Okay, nothing here. So this is actually the entrance to the boss fight. So I fully expect to get my butt kicked.
And thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
I think this is a statue from Ninja Gaiden 3 on the Nintendo.
Damn you!
This little thing he's pulling out now, I think it was from that game. I could be mistaken.
Statue is ours. This statue is the talisman of Mount Fuji.
Now the sacred peak erupts.
The gates of the underworld are open.
Cryptic metaphors.
These are unleashed.
Big conversations. Dropped frames like crazy. Sorry about that. I guess it's an internet thing. I don't know why it's doing that. Didn't do it for the longest time, but it started up again tonight, dropping frames for weird reasons.
Father!
You must be Genshin.
And you must be Joe Hayabusa's little cub. It is said that a dragon ninja would die to protect the demon statue.
Yeah, they say a lot of things.
Eager to
You should see what we do for a Klondike bar.
Now, Elizabeth, you must keep your word.
Stop!
Your death will atone for generations of defeat. The bloodline of the Dragon Ninja ends here.
So, like, he's already knocked me down. Okay, he just instantly dodges that. That's not working. Not sure exactly where he's targeting, but... Okay, so yes, flails are the way to go. Until he does that. So let's just do a get off me move. There we go. So yeah, flails are the one to do. Flails, and then counter, then repeat again.
Dead.
Follow the woman. You must retrieve the statue. Go now.
Never mind that it's extremely hot in that room and very hard to breathe. Probably close to 600, 700 degrees, if not higher in that room. Fires get stupidly hot. Fire indeed hot, but when you get a fire like that raging, it is really, really hot. My dad was a fireman, so like he would tell me that if you go into a place and he's been in situations like that where everything is on fire to that level, he's like easily it's around 1,000 degrees in whatever room you're in, if not higher. So now I think you go to New York, if I remember correctly. So this game's kind of funky because Ninja Gaiden Black, you have this whole made-up world in Europe and everything else, and then Ninja Gaiden 2, they're like, oh, it's set in our world. Kind of, you know, futuristic. We got Tokyo, and we got New York City.
A glittering island. An exquisite city of stardust. Breathtaking. But you, my lady, must be so tired of the view.
Why is New York City in the game? Because Itagaki wanted to take a trip for reference photos. I'm betting that's the reason why.
How's that, my dear? Are you pleased?
Well, I need some up-close pictures of the Statue of Liberty, so I need to take a paid vacation. I mean, paid working trip to New York City for 2 weeks. And amazingly enough, there's nobody around for whatever reason. New York City, population over 10 million people, and there's like no one around.
Oh.
I know you get jumped pretty soon, looking for like a save or anything, and it looks as like there's nothing here for that. Okay, cool, the ninja dogs didn't see me for some reason. think there's a guy. Okay, I guess not. I thought there was a guy I was shooting from up top too. So my memory's wrong on that. It's amazing like how much like Sigma will bleed into your brain as well. Like you used to certain things, certain versions. Okay, toppers are not bad. Let's give the whole flails a good go again. There it is. Really? Didn't know I could get hits done like that. Alright, so let's do blades. It's like, come on, there's a save statue. Almost to a save point. Almost heal. Like, I'm almost there. I think this is like a super annoying part. It's made a lot easier on Sigma. You have like all these spawning flying beasts coming at you. You have people across, like ninjas across the street shooting at you, and you have limited arrows. Yep. Yeah, so then you got these stupid flying things. Of course, why would your camera focus on them? And then when you try to go across here on this little wire, you got a guy show up who's just gonna start taking pot shots at you. See, there they are. He's still alive? Yeah, he's still kicking. Now he's not. Yeah, so if I remember correctly on Sigma 2, the flying guys don't show up here. You just have to deal with the guys across the way. There's another save point. No. Come on now. Ryu, stop it. Like, suddenly you'll just start doing that, like, you'll start swinging wildly, and the game's like, oh, you wanted to do something. No, I just let go. It has problems with whatever type of ropes you have to do. Fortunately, they're very few and far between. Okay, nothing down here. Let's go save the game. Yes, I am sure. Why? Because we have reached the end of the stream for today, so thank you for hanging out. Sorry about the early technical problems we had with the PlayStation 3. I'm not sure what in the world happened. It's something I gotta find out why I have sounds in the menu, but you launch the game and all the sound goes away. It says probably the HDCP is wreaking havoc with it, which would not be surprising, but I don't know why it would suddenly start now and nothing else has changed, but something to look into for another time. So thank you for hanging out. I do appreciate it. My streaming schedule is now streaming every other day at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you do not know when 8:30 is, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is for wherever you are in the world, just type it into Google and it will let you know. So it is Friday where I'm at, and it's Wednesday right now. I'll be back on Friday is what I'm trying to say. You can also check me out on Twitter at Warsel555. You don't have to follow me or anything, but you can bookmark it because I'll always post up on there usually about an hour or two in advance if I'm going to be streaming, what I'll be streaming, or if I need to cancel or start at a later time, I'll also put it there as well. So if you happen to be following or want to check out my stream again for whatever reason, you'll know exactly what's going on and keep in touch with it. So once again, I'm a kind of a variety streamer, so I don't really know what I'll be playing next time. I don't know if I'll be playing this again. I was really wanting to get into PlayStation 3 games, and with my current fight with Castlemania Games, by the way, don't buy anything from Castlemania Games. God forbid if you need a refund like I do. I'm trying to get my RetroTink 2X exchanged, and it's been 8 days. The guy, 8 days, I've sent him 2 emails, Twitter DM conversation, and a voicemail message, and he won't get back to me at all. So it's like, I'm pretty much gonna have to get my lawyer, literally get my lawyer on his ass in order to get, like, say, hey, I just want an exchange for my product, get it going. No reason for it. So do not buy anything through Castlemania Games, because God forbid if you need a refund or exchange, he's gonna duck you like nobody's business. But I'll figure out what I'll be streaming next time. Probably do some more retro stuff. We'll figure it out then. Hopefully things will be a lot better. Hopefully I'll have some good news about my RetroTink situation. But till then, thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it, and hopefully see you guys next time.